Now, Eyewitness Sports 4 presents your best source for high school sports. New Mexico GameDay, sponsored by McDonald's.
Good evening and welcome to New Mexico GameDay. You've come to the right place if you're looking for basketball highlights and scores. Plus, we'll have a preview of Championship Saturday in football, which brings us to the question of the night. Simple. Who do you think will win the 5A football final? Las Cruces or Mayfield? Text NM1 for the defending champs. Text NM2 for Mayfield, the team that beat them earlier this season. Send your text to 45995. We'll have results later in the show. Our guest in studio tonight, the Valley Boys basketball team. Joe Anaya will start the show. Joe, tell the viewers what game is up first tonight.
Tonight we'll start with our game against Cibola.
I think that's a good selection. Vikings ready to take the home floor, but the Cougars pounced early. Christian Cunningham, a little pull-up pop for Cibola. Cibola started the game on a 9-0 run, but Valley started to warm up about midway through the quarter. Vikings on the run. Robert Armijo taking it all the way. And we got ourselves a game, folks. Fast forward to the second quarter. Bo Coleman firing, three-ball corner pocket, rattles it in. Valley a winner tonight, 57-51. And through the magic of television, with me right now, Valley Boys basketball coach Joe Coleman. Thanks for joining us tonight, fresh off the court.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
A makeup game from last night.
Right.
So you played tonight. What did you tell your team after tonight's game? Were you happy with it?
Yeah, I thought they, bounced back from a rough start and really played well the second quarter. The third quarter, we came out and got a little slow, and they slowed us down and made us play half court. But I was real happy with it. We've been together as a team for maybe 2 days now, 2 or 3 days. So we're real happy right now.
A lot of guys on your team played on the football team, which had a very successful season. Now that you got those guys back into the mix, how much of a difference does it make with your squad?
Well, it makes us real athletic. I think we have a lot of athletic kids, and we're excited about the season. They're veterans. They've been playing for us now for 3 or 4 years, most of them. They had a great season football-wise, majority of them, and that's going to help bring that kind of attitude and work ethic to the basketball court, I hope, and we'll see what happens.
With those veterans that you mentioned, a lot of guys that have played for you before, Valley's kind of being pegged as one of those teams to beat in Class 5A. What's your perspective, and who do you think are the teams to beat?
Well, I think that's nice. I mean, obviously, because we have returning kids, that they're going to choose us to be pretty good. But I still think Sandy, even though they struggled here early, is kind of a head and shoulders above everybody just because of their size and strength, and because Coach Broussard does such a wonderful job. But we're going to battle. They've these guys have showed that they're resilient, and we're going to be okay. And it's a long season.
Well, you mentioned Sandia, a nice little segue. You didn't know this, but we got highlights of the Matadors game. Sandia taking on Volcano Vista tonight, hitting the hardwood. First half action, James Lynch from downtown nails the three. The Hawks fire back. They stay tough through a guy by the name of Matty Martinez. And nothing but nets. The Hawks can't hold off Sandia, though. Matadors win at 65-56. Manzano, another strong team in Class 5A, hosting El Paso Andrus. It's in the second half. Joey Pacheco gets the rebound and the bucket. The Monarchs trying to fight back. Andy Deuce gets the layup for two, but Manzano falls short tonight, 62-59 in a close one. Roy Sanchez, the El Dorado Eagles, on the road at Hope, and the Huskies were slashing through the lane early. Luke Dye gets two. The Husky tries to stay with the Eagles, but El Dorado's Chris Brazier, I believe that was him, knocking it down with the three ball. Let's cut to the chase. Final score, 70-64, El Dorado a winner. The Mustangs of West Mesa taking on Del Norte. Can't win if you can't stop penetration. And John Platero to DJ Bynum for two. And the Knights tried to get back in the game in the fourth quarter. Jeremiah Jimenez with the jumper, but the Mustangs were too much for Del Norte, 72-52. Cibola Cougars playing host to the Atrisco Heritage Panthers on the ladies' side. Panthers grabbed the early lead. Melina King can knock down the triple or two, but the rest of this game just flat out belonged to the home team. Dominique Carpenter with the jumper. Cougars win big, 58-18. Back to the boys up in the four corners. Albuquerque Academy shocked Sandia earlier this week, taking on Piedra Vista tonight. Carlos C. DeBaca gets it to drop. Chris Martin added 27 points for the Chargers, and Academy wins this one on the road big time, 80-45. Staying up in the four corners, Moriarty made the trip to Farmington to face the Scorpions. Moriarty's Jake Fleming making a shot down low, and Moriarty wins the low-scoring affair, 35 30-26. Coming up next, state football previews for Championship Saturday, and we'll take you to the mat for some wrestling. Stay with us through the break. What?
That's right. There's a big wrestling tournament, huh?
Yeah, out in Rio Rancho. So you guys, you weren't able to do that the deal before the game like you were going to do last time? Judd,
did you want to kill anything because you're 20 seconds heavy?
good question.
Tell Coleman to shut up.
No. Just saying another high school athlete, Brianna Navarez. I'm 20 heavy, you said?
Yeah.
No, I'll just take time. Tell them to take that time out of B10
Yeah, take time
and count me down. Welcome back out at Rio Rancho High School. The Rams hosting their annual Southwest Duels. Rio Rancho met up with Farmington earlier today. This is the 138-pound division. Rio Rancho's Orlando Gutierrez pins Anthony Wagon late in the first period. Rio Rancho in control most of this match. 152 pounds, Esteban Pacazdi gets Ryan Posada in a position he can't get out of, and Pacazdi with a first period pin. Rio Rancho won the duel 67-9. Atrisco Heritage is sending another high school athlete to college. Brianna Navarez signed her letter of intent to play softball at Alderson Broaddus University in Virginia. Congratulations. Tomorrow is Championship Saturday in high school football in Las Cruces. Over 25,000 fans are expected to watch the 5A state football final between defending state champ Las Cruces and Mayfield. It'll be a rematch of their game just a couple weeks ago when the Trojans beat the Bulldogs 28-20. The Trojans won it all 3 years ago and hope to finish strong again on Saturday.
I mean, you have an off year like last year was not a greatest year, but we had great kids last year. We had a hard start, and but we had a great finish last year, and the finish is the most important thing.
We've been playing real well these last two games in the playoffs. You know, might feel stymied us a little bit in that district championship. We didn't get much rhythm offensively, so we definitely can let that happen again.
The Farmington Scorpions will host the 4A championship tomorrow afternoon. They host defending state champ Goddard. The Scorpions haven't played in a title game since 1962. They haven't won at all since '52.
Yeah, be a great feeling because we're playing not only for the family we have as a team, but our families at home and the city all together.
More blue trophies will be handed out on Saturday. Clayton and Robertson also get to host title games this weekend. Clayton is looking for their first title ever. Robertson is a 9 seed that made it all the way to the final. Valley quarterback Bo Coleman was named the Gatorade New Mexico Football Player of the Year earlier this week. The senior led the Vikings to the state semifinals and threw for over 2,700 yards and 39 touchdowns this year. He also rushed for another 1,000 yards and 11 scores. With me right now, Valley Boys basketball coach and father of Bo Coleman, Joe Coleman. I got to ask you, what's it like coaching your son in basketball?
I enjoy coaching him, but I sure enjoyed watching him play football, not just him, but the entire team. We're a bunch of kids that grew up together. He'll acknowledge the same thing, that his offensive line, the guys around him, Aaron, Robert, Troy, the people that he's played with, have been a huge part of his success. He's been real fortunate, and I'm going to miss watching that, but we'll get here going in basketball and see how it goes.
Real quick, what's the most difficult thing about coaching your kid?
I can't say because his mom will get mad, but let's just pass.
All right, we'll accept that.
Okay.
We'll accept that. Good luck next
Thank
week
you.
in all your games. Earlier tonight, we asked you who you think will win the 5A football title game on Saturday, and these folks here in studio are happy to see this answer. They voted for Mayfield. Good luck in all the state championship games tomorrow. That's going to do it for another edition of New Mexico Game Day. Keep it here for all your high school sports action. As always, folks.